Welcome to Tech Brothers Damar. In this video, we are going to answer this question. You need to add an extra column or drive extra columns from source columns. Can you use a copy activity? So the scenario can be given to you, like you have given maybe a CSV file that has first name, last name, and then you want to add an extra column called full name, and maybe a data is given to you that has daytime, and then you only need to extract the month out of that. So those kind of drive columns, if you can do that in copy activity. So honestly, the copy activity is more straightforward, copying data from source and loading to the destination, and it's very cheap when it comes to the DIU prices. So copy activity does not really provide us the capability to add derived columns. It gives us a capability to add some extra columns, but not depending upon the source columns. So let me take you there and show you what copy activity does provide. So let's say I'm here in one of the pipeline, and if I will bring the copy activity. Now copy data activity is right here. You have source columns. You can select your let's select one of the blob storage file we have in the one linked service. So let me see if I still have those folders sitting there. Yes, so one of them. No, I don't have anything in the output folders as well. So let me upload the file real quick here, and we go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just load a file here, and let's upload file. And I'm gonna load a customer file I just have created for this demo. Right here, data folders and customer test. Upload. Okay, so our file is ready there. So I'm going to use this file here, and this file has just a couple of columns. Now, if you see right there, I can preview the data, and I have first name and last name. There is no way for me to concatenate and add an extra column here. I have some options here, additional columns, and here I can have only few options, such as I can add file path, I can use a column, I can use custom, I can add dynamic contents, but it does not let me add those columns from the start. So it's if you see right here, there's no column list. I can just drop in like, oh, add me first name and last name, and I'm gonna make that as the full name. So it's not gonna give me those options here. So if these are the value I can add, but it's not going to let me add first name and last name. So adding derived column depending on source column is not possible. There are some default, like maybe you want to add this file path and column, name and all that. You can do that from here, but not a new column depending on the incoming columns. Now, what other options I have? I use a demo where I got the data like such as first name and last name and all that. I use a store procedure in the sync side, and then that was my on Azure SQL, and then inside that database, the store procedure was accepting first name, last name, and then creating a derived column and adding as a full name to the table. But that's a complex scenario. I don't recommend that. Now, what you will do in these cases, if you really need to use copy activity and you want to add the derived columns, I will suggest to read the data from copy activity, load to the staging, and then use a SQL, or whatever the database capabilities you have to add or drive the columns and finally write to your destination. Now, in Azure Data Factory, if copy activity does not provide us those capabilities, then what you do? Then you use data flow. In the data flow, you have all those options available. So if you bring the data flow here, and then you have derived column, and this give you all different options to join the expressions here, and you can add a new column here, and then add your first name and last name here, and anything whatever you want to drive new columns out of that. But there is a catch in here. Copy activity is very cheap. With the drive data flow, you will be initiating a Spark cluster, and then once you start the Spark cluster, you will be paying around 0.274 or 0.37325 something, dollars per week or per hour. So rate, I don't know exactly the rate right now. Each region has its own rate, but data flow is expensive. So in those cases, you might want to be, yes, it does provide you capability to use the Drive column, and you will be able to read the files, add new columns depending on the previous columns and all that. But it is expensive to use in Data Factory. So if I want to go with the with the cheap solution, I will read the data from by using copy activity, load into some staging table in Azure SQL database or something, and then join or drive those values from different columns, and then finally write to the destination. But if you don't have those options, such as maybe you never have Azure SQL database available as a staging for you, so in this case you will be using data flow. You read the contents, use derived column, and maybe finally write the data to the Azure blob storage or Azure data lake. So these are your solution. So to answer, copy activity does not give you option to add the columns depending on the previous source columns. That's one of the limitation is with the copy activity. And also the reason is they don't want to give you those capabilities to and Microsoft want to make some money. They don't want to be just like, oh, do everything in copy activity. So never use the data flow, because with the data flow they charge you more and make more money. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.